stream tonight. This is my streams in quite a while. I've already been playing Oblivion for a little while. Got the story. Had a friend at work help me through a good little bit of it. So we're gonna hop right into to what I've been up to. I have to check my audio real quick. Looks like that's working good. So let's get into it. Now, the last time I played, I've been looking for the way to get into tower right there, but I cannot seem to find it for the life of me. And if anybody has any tips or, wants minds telling me where I need to be going, I do not mind that because I've got to be honest with you, I don't know where I'm going. I could reach up there on the shelf and grab the strategy guide, but I'd like to try to do this without resorting to that. Either way up there. Feels like this area never wants to end. I already tried going up here. So I spent about 45 minutes to an hour looking for the way into that tower the other day and got absolutely nowhere. I may have to resort to being in there's the beginning of this where I started. This right here is such a pain. Okay. What I'll do is go out and come back later. So the sky doesn't stay red this far away. Let's see what other quests I have. The Draconian Madstone, an amulet that supposedly grants the wearer immunity to poison, has recently come to her attention that it may be located in the ruins at Pale Pass. She's offering a substantial reward for the talisman's return. I should speak to her for information. Who did it say it was? Soviet allies for Bruma. Discovered vampires slain by a vampire hunter who has appeared in the town named Reynold Dralas. However, the circumstances. There we go. Enemies nearby. Okay. B. So one thing that my coworker told me to do, he's played this way more than I have. Anyway, he was saying that, if you're walking along, then do magic, jump, all that kind of stuff, because you're not doing anything else. You can walk and, cast your spells or whatever, and that will help you to, level up different things. So that's what I started doing for a little while. Just walking along, jumping, and the acrobatics and I think it's agility, they just, went through the roof. Let's see if I can fast travel now. Let me kill them. So fast travel, because this is... There we go. See, acrobatics skill increased. D7. Heavy armor's 34 because I get hit a lot. Let's go see what Camp Ales is about. Take care of them.
Oh.
Oops. Has it? Whoa, whoa, whoa. So apparently they jinxed me and now I'm weak. Cool. Sold. 2 hours. I get my health back. Someone, shadowy gaunt figure enters the room, approaching the bed. The figure leans down, sinks his fangs into the sleeping person. Doggone it. Vampire now. Didn't really want that to happen. Let's see. So I played Oblivion somewhat shortly after it first came out in like 2005 or something like that. And it was my first, I want to say it was my first Bethesda game that I ever like played on my own. And I played it and played it and played it and played it. And I never found the end of it.
You're going to have to leave. This is a crime scene, and no one other than ourselves, our Raynal Draelus, will be allowed access. The culprit in this crime has already been dealt with. It's just a matter of wrapping up the... I'd tell you more, but frankly, I don't know who you are, so I'm not sure that I can trust you. I've heard that Arentus Falvius at the chapel can conjure up creatures. The culprit in this crime, I'd tell you more. Please, go on. Thank you. How kind. Good day. This area is off limit.
Guard name has told me that this was the scene of a crime. Unless I was a guard or someone named Reynold Drelis, I should leave.
Please leave me be. I'm sorry.
Halt! You're going to have to leave. I suppose there's no harm in telling you what happened. Word is bound to get around Bruma anyway. Turns out that Braden Lyrian is a vampire. Or was. If it wasn't for Reynold Drelis, we may never have uncovered the truth. Let me explain.
Please do.
In the last week or so, we've found 2 bodies stashed in shallow graves outside the city walls. The bodies had puncture wounds on their necks. The bodies were those of some beggars who used to wander the streets looking for handouts. Vampire probably thought no one would miss them. Luckily for us, Reynold arrived in town. He said he was a vampire hunter, so we asked for his help. He tracked the vampire to this house. When he entered the place around noon, Braden was sleeping. He was able to slay him at that point. Luckily, Braden's wife wasn't home. Poor thing. She didn't even know her husband was infected. We did a follow-up investigation, and it's true that no one recollects seeing Braden out in the daylight. He's only been spotted at night. I'm afraid there's not much more to tell you, so you can see we really don't need any help, but thanks for the offer. As far as I know, he was a good man. I never saw this coming. But vampires are masters of deception, so I guess it makes sense. I'm impressed. It only took him a day to track the vampire down. I guess that's why he does it for a living. Feel free to question anyone in town. They shouldn't give you too much.
I can't believe this. Please, please, I need your help. My husband was no vampire. It's ridiculous. Forgive me. I loved my husband dearly, and to lose him this way makes no sense. This is all happening so fast. I came home only just a few hours ago. I found the door open, and my Braden dead. Standing over him was a Dunmer. I screamed and ran out into the street. Some city watch were nearby and heard me, I suppose, as they arrived quickly. I heard the Dunmer identify himself as Reynold Drelis. He said he was a vampire hunter, and that Braden was his mark. The guards seemed to know about Reynold, and after a search of the house, the body of some beggar was found stashed in our basement. The guards sent for Carius, who is an investigator for crimes here in Bruma. In minutes, Reynold convinced Carius that Braden was a vampire. Well, of course it does. It was obviously planted here. Why would he stash a body in his own house? That's ridiculous. And another thing. The guards are making a big deal out of no one seeing Braden out in the daylight. Well, of course he works at night and has to sleep during the day. Why does that make him a vampire? It's all that Reynold character. I don't trust him. The thing that bothers me the most is that I swear I've seen him before. Of course, he says he's never been here. Look, there isn't much more to say. Please, help me clear my husband's name. I have no idea where he'd be. Just find him and make him tell you the truth. I've heard that Arentius Falvius at the chapel can conjure. I know I sound desperate, but
That's the townsman. Got it.
afternoon. I heard that you helped the guard close that Oblivion gate. Thanks. I hate it here. Came here with Edla. All these snooty southerners. And damn guards won't let anyone... Hey, you're the one they call the hero of Kvatch, aren't you? The one that closed the... Be seeing you.
Pause it. Okay, it's...
Hey, you're the one that helped Captain Bird destroy that damned Oblivion gate. I've heard that Jantus... Yes, the vampire hunter. As far as I know, he just showed up recently here in Bruma. Not only that, but he already found a vamp. Apparently, Braden Lyrian was one of those vile creatures, and Reynolds slew him. Kinda strange, though. I never figured Braden to be a vampire. He seemed to be such a likable fellow.
like a Gilderoy Lockhart
What?
situation.
They say...
What can I do? I know I may be out of line by saying this, but I think the city guards may be wrong. It's hard to imagine Braden was a vampire. I could have sworn I saw him outside in the daylight before. Unless he just got that disease very recently, I'd say they were mistaken. When I heard Raynil killed him, I didn't know what to think. But after your visit here, I'm beginning... The Countess is Heartland Nibenian, and so are most guildsmen and chapelmen. But most others are as Nordish as you'll find. Good journey to you.
Afternoon, sir. Did you ever hear about the ghost of Lord Vlindrel?
Here.
Farewell.
Hey, you come back.
Helvi's Cecia. I do a little of this, a little of that, and I serve the 9. Yes, the vampire hunter. As far as I know, he just showed up recently here in Bruma. Not only that, but he already found a vampire. Apparently, Braden Lyrian was one of those vile creatures, and he seemed to be such a likable... Take care.
I can eat for a day.
Thank you. Yes, the vampire hunter. As far as I know, he just showed up recently here. Apparently, Braden Lee, he seemed to be such an unlikable. Blessings of anew upon ye.
Skjorda, Nordwinds. We've got clothes and armor, and I've got a headache. So... Yes, the vampire hunter. Apparently, Braden Lyrian, he seemed to... You too.
I'm Ulfund. If I can't fix it, it ain't broke. Yes, the vampire hunter. Apparently, he seemed... Goodbye.
I'm sure all of Bruma joins me in saluting your help in keeping the hordes of Oblivion. Yes, the vampire. Apparently, Braden Lyrian was one of... He seemed... Take care.
Well met. Yes, the vampire. Apparently, he seemed... Goodbye.
Find the one person in town that doesn't say the same thing.
Hafid pays me to... Yes, the vampire. Apparently, he seemed... Bye. Welcome to Ah, you mean that vampire hunter. He's staying over at Olav's Tap and Tack. It's near the city gates. You can't miss it.
Finally. One person not saying the same thing.
Yes. You see. Goodbye. Ah!
May I help you?
Don't you think Hafid Hollowleg does a good job at... What can I... I know I may be out of line by saying... I could have... When I heard... I usually don't give out that kind of information. I usually don't give out that... Please, go on. I usually don't get... I offer the finest goods and lowest prices in all Cyrodill. That seems a fair price. No deal. Thanks for your business. I usually don't give out that. Good journey to you.
Well met. Yes, the vampire. Apparently, he seemed to be... To what?
What can I do? I've got a room, and a cheap one at that. Right then. Head up the stairs. It's the first door on your right. I usually don't get... Good journey to you. What can I do?
Oops.
The Countess is heart... The Countess is heart... Blasted thief. I hope they string him up when they catch him. Good journey to you.
If maybe, just maybe he'll come in the room while I'm resting.
Hello. Aren't we lucky to have a skilled healer in town? A good healer makes for a happy town, and Sirak almost seems like another Nord to me. Angar, the world-weary, they call me. Yes, apparently, he seems... Farewell. What can I do? I usually don't... Good journey to you.
Get him.
What can I do for you? Take your time. Only quality goods for sale here. What can I interest you in? I let that go too cheaply. I usually don't give out that kind of... Good journey to you. Hi there. Hello.
Teaching any part of your body you feel completely at ease as your vision comes into focus. You notice sitting around you as a man leans towards you. You recognize the robes of the necromancer, and you see a glint of light from his scalpel as it begins to cut through your flesh. Awesome.
What can I do? I usually don't get... Good journey to you. Whoa!
Almost 8 o'clock.
The Nine welcome you to Bruma. A cure? Such a thing is beyond our control. The body is so warped by vampirism. Few would be able to revert its effects. Even few. The Guild of Mages might know more. Speak with Raminus Polus. He may be able to guide. Goodbye.
Welcome, Pilgrim. Yes. Apparently, he seemed... Bye.
So where can I find the Mages Guild? There we go.
Why, hello there. You must be new. Oh, it's so nice to see. If you ever need anything, and if I could... A recommendation from me? Well, of course. Raminus would naturally want my opinion, wouldn't he? This is a situation we can both benefit from, associate. You do me a small favor, and I'll happily send along a... If you can find Jaskar, I'll write the recommendation immediately. He's disappeared. I mean, he's really disappeared. No one here has seen him in days. Volinaro thinks maybe a spell back. If someone from the council were to stop by and find him gone, it'd look bad for me. Talk to the mages here and see what you can find out. If you can make Jaskar reappear, you'll have your recommend. Why, all the important people in the... Archmage Traven lives there, in the tower. It's a fabulous place. You really should see it someday. I've been there. The Imperial City just wouldn't be the same without it. Maybe someday, if you know the right people, you might get a chance to see it. Please come find me as soon as you've located Jaskar.
A pleasure to speak with. You want to find Jaskar? All right, I think I can help with that. But you have to agree to do something, and whatever you do, you can't tell Jean about it. That's the spirit. You help me pull off a little prank, and I'll help you. Really? I'll teach you a spell to unlock things. What you need to do is get into Jean's desk and bring me her manual of spellcraft. Her room is upstairs. Make sure no one sees you. You do that for me, and I'll make sure you can... With all due respect to our one... She couldn't cast her way out of a paper sack. It's insulting that we're here, working for her. She's managed to butter up the right people just enough to keep her position, and there's little we can do about it. But we have our ways of coping with the situation. Just go unlock Jean's desk with that spell I taught you. Find her manual of spellcraft. Her room should be easy to find. It's the only one upstairs that has a door. Just one more privilege. Let me know when you're done with that little task. Have you pulled? You've got Jean's book, I see. All right then. I'll just take that from you. Meet me here in the living quarters, just after 10 p.m.
Hello.
Ready to find... Just watch.
Hello there. I hear you've been looking... Oh, please don't be mad. We just got tired of Jean lording her position over us when she barely knows anything about magic. Every now and then, we figured it was time to move on to a new prank. This one was getting boring anyway, so you can tell her you found me. Well, it was fun while it lasted. I'll have to start thinking... An intriguing fellow from what I've heard.
a cut above the usual street corner rabble-rouser. He's the talk of Anvil, apparently. Finding ways to confuse her just never gets old for me. It's good practice of our skills, too, but it's mostly just you too.
Cool. She go.
How fair. Any luck finding... Found him, did you? Where? You'll have to forgive me. I seem to have misplaced something. You've fulfilled your end of the bargain, though, so I'll fulfill mine. Ramanus will have my and don't you forget about me once you've finished your training. I'm sure we can... Farewell.
She traveled to the Arcane University in the Imperial City to speak with Raman's poets about the possibility of cure for vampirism. Okay.
Are you not feeling well?
Greetings to you.
Good morning. It's my pleasure. I'm pleased that you would ask. There is a way, though it's not known to me. Countess Cyrodill of Skingrad has done the most recent research on a cure, I believe. He's what you might call a vested interest in the subject. I suggest you travel there and seek an audience with him. Given your condition, I believe he may assist. I suggest you petition. I understand he's willing to train others, but it can cost more than a few.
Well met.
Oh! Is everything all...
This is a little bit of a problem.
Are you not feeling well?
wonder what would happen. Am I dead? Feast on a particular choice cut of roasted meat and its aroma in your mouth watering only as you cut to the last portion that you see the larvae swimming inside. Cough blood as the larvae begin to eat right out of your stomach. Gross.
What is it, my friend? Farewell, my friend.
So I was too late.
Hail. I've just received word from the Countess of Bruma that an Oblivion gate has opened. It seems that the Mythic Dawn are putting their plan to attack Bruma into motion. Since you've dealt with these gates before, I'd like you to help the Countess's guard close this. Once they've seen how it's done, they should be able to handle any new gates on their... Captain Bird is waiting for you outside the Bruma City gate. He'll show you the Oblivion gate, although I doubt it will be... You should rendezvous with Captain Bird immediately.
Hail.
Good evening, sir.
Sure thing there, Chief.
Thanks for coming. Since we had the hero of Kavach available, I didn't think it made... We're ready when you are. Just say the word and we'll... All right. Give me a minute to talk to the... All right, boys, listen up. We gotta close that gate.
I thought that I already did this one.
This is no place I ever wanted to find my... No, we can do this. Glad you're here. We'll follow your lead.
So far, so good.
Let's just hope I don't get lost in this one.
Look up, folks. This end is here. I've got that one.
I know it caused my goddamn damage, but that sounded funny. Ooh. Get back here, you Darth Maul reject.
So far, so good.
I've got that one. Look out! I've got that one. Die, cur! I'm on it! Am I supposed to be impressed?
Should become invisible.
This is the part where you fall down and bleed to death. You're pathetic. Let's get this over with. Why won't you die? Oh! Yeah! Am I supposed to be impressed? Yeah!
Just hurting me.
Look out! Do your worst.
Join my tribe.
Look out! Oh! Stay sharp. Die, can you?
We've got to get out of here.
Here comes another one.
I sure hope you know what you're doing.
No, not really, I don't.
I sure hope you know what you're doing. I sure hope you know what you're doing.
Stay sharp.
Pure love.
Look out!
Hasta la bye-bye.
It was an honor to serve with you, sir. Now that I've seen how it's done, I think my guardsmen and I can handle any new gates that open near Bruma.
You did it, Captain. You closed the Oblivion Gate. We didn't think...
Did you think it was possible?
Good evening, sir.
Good work. Captain Bird and his guardsmen should be able to handle any... But the Bruma Guard cannot defend the city indefinitely. The Daedra of Oblivion are innumerable. The guardsmen of Bruma are not. We need to gather what allies we can before Bruma is hopelessly besieged. If the Mythic Dawn manages to open a great gate here, the city will need a stronger garrison for there to be any... You should speak to the rulers of the other cities of Cyrodill. Martin made some progress on the Mysterium Xarxes while you were gone. You should speak to him about it. Bruma cannot hold off the hordes of Oblivion. should speak to the rulers of Cyrodill as soon as possible.
I figured out another item needed for the ritual, to open the portal to Cameron's paradise. The second item is the counterpart to the first, the blood of a divine. This was a terrible puzzle to me. Unlike the Daedra lords, the gods have no artifacts, and do not physically manifest themselves in our... How then to obtain the blood of a god? But Joffrey solved it. The blood of Tiber Septim himself, who became one of the divine. This is a secret remembered only by the Blades, passed down from one Grand Master to the next. Joffrey should tell it to you.
Tell me that when I was standing there in front of him.
About the armor of Tiber.
So, Martin wants you to recover the armor. The armor is in the shrine of Tiber Septim, in the catacombs beneath the ruins of Sankator, a holy place. But Sankator became evil long ago. No one has returned from the shrine of Tiber Septim for many life. I do not know. The catacombs of Sankator were sealed by the first Grand Master of the Blades. The four mightiest blades of Tiber Septim's day, Elaine, Valdemar, Relus, and Kaznar, went to Sankator and never returned. Here, this is the key to Sankator's outer door. I fear I am sending you to your death, but we have no other choice. An ancient relic of the first emperor, who became the divine Talos. After the Battle of Sankator, the Blades built a shrine in the catacombs of Sankator. The armor has been there ever since. Before evil came to Sankator, this shrine was a place of pilgrimage for all Blades. But no one has visited the shrine and lived to tell the tale in centuries. May Uriel's spirit guide us in these troubled times.
Cool, let's go play in the mountains. Rest.
Spare a coin for the infirm.
What can I do? I've got a... Right. Good journey to you.
Looks pretty dang high.
Hello.
Oh.
I'm only asking for...
Blessings of Julianus upon ye.
Well met.
Kind of afraid to actually go down the mountain.
Ah! Whoa! Oh! Oh!
Guess I know why people didn't survive. They got sucker punched with a hammer to the back of the friggin' head. Oh. Search the shrine for Cyrodill. Tiber, whatever his name is. Again, I'm pretty sure I figured out why nobody survived.
You have freed me. Now, I can finally complete my lord's last request. I was Realus, loyal blade of Emperor Tiber Septim. I do not know how long I have been dead. My three companions and I were sent here by the Emperor Tiber Septim to discover what evil had We did not know that the Underking, who was here in Arctis, had risen to take his first revenge. The Underking defeated and ensnared us in his evil enchantment and bound us here to guard forever. He departed long ago, but his evil will remains, preventing any from paying homage at the shrine. Over the uncounted years of our slavery here, we have brooded over our defeat. I go now to complete my duty to my lord, Tiber Septim. Free my brothers, and together we may be able to lift the Underking's curse. Farewell. Why do you disturb me?
This is a pretty long quest. No wonder. I'm talking. I knew it. The last one is not going to be easy. Oops. Can you move that? Not for me, I guess. Oblivion. There we go.
We have fulfilled our last duty.
What's up, dudes? Where's the dang door?
My progress on the Mysterium Xerxes is slow, I'm afraid. How goes your search for the arm? The Septim blood may flow through my veins, but you have the soul of a hero, the armor of Tiber Septim himself. You can reassure Geoffrey that I will not destroy the armor. All I need is a scraping of Talos's divine blood. The blades are as touchy as priests about relics of Tiber Septim, it seems. While you were gone, I've made some progress in deciphering the Mysterium Xerxes ritual. The third item we need is a great Welkin stone. You may have run across lesser Welkin stones. They're fairly common in Ayleid ruins, but a great Welkin stone will not be easy to come by. They have been plundered one by one over the years, due to their great value to mages and occultists. There is only one place that is rumored to still contain one. The ruins of the Ayleid city of Miskarkand. A place where many have perished seeking its great stone. But nothing else will do, so you must succeed where all others have failed. The capital of one of the ancient Ayleid kingdoms which flourished in Cyrodill before the rise of men. It is said that the ruins are still haunted by the vengeful spirit of its last king. True or not, it is not a place to enter lightly. Be careful. The pinnacle of Ayleid magic. Once, every Ayleid city had its great stone, but they've all been plundered over the centuries. All but one. The great stone of Miskarkand is reputed still to shine in the deep darkness of its ruined halls. But no one has ever done more than glimpse it from a distance. It is said to be guarded by the ghost of the last king of Miskarkand is one of the most extensive Ayleid ruins in Cyrodill. It was the capital of one of the ancient Ayleid. You might find glories and laments among the Ayleid ruins useful. I have the library's copy at my table if you need it. Be careful, my friend. I know you've braved many dangers already, but Miskarkand is not to be taken lightly.
Good morning, sir.